here. Today I'm going to do a tutorial on standing bow pulling pose, Dandayamana Dhanurasana. There's many different versions of standing bow throughout yoga. Today I'm going to focus on the one done in the 26 and 2 yoga series. You might have also heard it called Bikram yoga or hot yoga or Ghosh lineage yoga, 26 and 2 yoga. That is the version of standing bow pulling pose that I'm going to go over today. I will show it to you, I'll demonstrate. Keep in mind my practice is not perfect, but I'll demonstrate to you to the best of my abilities in this moment, and then I will go over some tips, tricks, general instructions. Okay, so that's standing bow pulling pose right off the bat. You'll notice it's a balancing posture, right? In this style of yoga, we want to balance on a standing locked leg. It's a back bend and it's also a spine twist. As some of you might know, the 26 and 2 style of yoga actually has a dialogue or a user's manual for each and every posture. I'm going to read you the dialogue in its entirety once and then I'll decode that. So this is the 6th posture in the 26 and 2 standing bow pulling pose, Dandayamana Dhanurasana. Bring your right hand out, palm facing up, elbow touching your body. Say, "Mama, give me money." That's a little cheeky. You're holding the money in your hand. Bring your hand out to the right. Don't turn your hand. Don't drop the money. Grab your right foot behind you, palm facing up. Hold from the inside at the ankle, 5 fingers together. Nice tight grip. Don't lose the grip. Left arm up in front of you, chin close to your shoulder. Concentrate one point on your left knee in the mirror. Left leg locked throughout the posture. Bring your knees together to start. Inhale, breathing. Charge your body forward towards the mirror. Try to touch the mirror. Simultaneously, kick your right leg back and up towards the ceiling. Bring your body down from the lower spine until your abdomen and chest are parallel to the floor. Continuously keep kicking your right leg up as hard as possible. Your foot should be coming up over the top of your head in the mirror. Both feet should be in one line from the side. Kick back so your right shoulder is behind your left shoulder, invisible in the front mirror. Stretch your left fingertips towards the mirror, trying to touch the mirror. Try to touch your shoulder to your chin, shoulder blade, scapula coming out of the body. In other words, your 2 shoulders should be in one line. Kicking and stretching should be equal and simultaneous, 50-50. If you lose the balance, you are not kicking hard enough. Body down more, stretch forward more, try to touch the mirror. Kick back more, kick harder. The harder you kick, you can balance forever. Body down and kick up one more time. Change, come up. So that's the traditional dialogue. This is a posture where I think a lot of people, there's just little simple adjustments that you can make that'll make the posture a lot more manageable and a lot more safe for your body. So I'll just go through all the different steps, little tips and tricks and things that I often see people do, a little bit incorrectly. So the first one is the grip, right? You want to pick up the inside of your ankle at the ankle, not your toes, not your shin, at your ankle, thumb with the index finger. So my friends who like to put their thumb on the arch of the foot, I know that helps with the grip. I see you every time in class. It's cheating. Thumb with the index finger, all 5 fingers together. That's the grip that we're working on. Okay, so you're grabbing at the inside. You're gonna bring your left arm up and you wanna bring your arm back with your ear, knees together to start. This helps to square off the hips. First trick I will show you, and this changed my entire practice for this posture. Often we do the setup and then we just go forward, charge forward. Here's what changed my practice. Watch my shoulder. Now charge your body forward. See the foot come directly over the top of your head. So it's that little extra stretching up that'll help you reach forward, kick and stretch, equal, simultaneous, 50-50. Okay, so once the arm is back with the ear, you stretch up and then you charge forward and come down until your abdomen and chest are parallel to the floor. common mistake that I see, or two sides to the same coin. The first is the folks that get really held up on the fact that it's a back bend, and so they stay lifted the whole time. And this looks really beautiful on Instagram, but it's not this version of standing bow. You have to come down so that from the side, 2 heels in line. You want to stack this foot on top of that foot, right? 2 heels in line. The other thing I'll see is people want to come down automatic, which is great, but then they don't really kick, stretch, or back bend. So I'll also see people who do this. Okay, my 2 heels are kind of in line here, but I got like very little back bend. You have to kick and stretch, equal, simultaneous, 50-50. Remember, the harder you kick, you can balance forever. So it's the kick and the stretch, equal, simultaneous. You gotta come down, but you also have to kick and stretch and keep your chin and chest lifted. I like to think of this posture as having 3 meridians. Your hips in line, your heels in line, 1 foot over the other, and your shoulders in line. So one thing to practice feeling the shoulders stretching apart, just stand with your feet together. You're gonna try and keep your hips square. You're gonna bring one arm up and the other arm forward, and then practice charging forward. Charge your body forward without letting the hips open. You wanna keep the hips square, actively charge forward, try to touch your chin and shoulder together. Sometimes I'll also see people, again, maybe you wanna stay with your arm up for counterbalance, or the arm starts to get lazy and come down. Try to keep your arm parallel and then actively charge forward, chin and shoulder together. And if you can't quite touch your chin and shoulder together, that's okay. Just remember, rather than like tensing up the shoulder, you're actively charging forward. The more you slide that shoulder forward, the more you can touch your chin to your shoulder blade, scapula coming out of the body. It's also important to remember that this style of yoga is a very specific sequence. So this is the 6th posture. The one that comes before it is standing bow pulling pose, a big back bend, where we decompressed the spine so that now you can compress it again in back bend. And the one that comes after standing bow pulling pose is balancing stick, where you're going to stretch your spine. If you actively charge your body forward in standing bow, it will be much easier to charge your body forward in balancing stick. So keep that in mind by actively charging the body forward. Okay, you're preparing yourself for the next posture, balancing stick. So that's with the shoulders, stretching the arms apart. That's where we get the chest opener and the spine twist. For the hips in line, one might come up a little bit. The difference between like dance or gymnastics, cheer, acrobatics, the difference between those and yoga is that in yoga we want to do a proper split. Rather than having the hips open up, you want to keep the hips square. So it's truly the spine moving rather than the hips compensating. Now, one hip might sneak up a little bit. Eventually you'll get the 2 hips in line. One hip might sneak up a little bit. Some people say absolutely not. Other people say a little hip opener is like okay, just something to work towards. But what you really don't want is for one hip to way open. This is a common mistake that I see. My hips are opening so that my shoulders don't have to, and this can actually really hurt your hips over time. So make sure the hips are in line. That's the part of the dialogue that says, see the foot come directly over the top of your head, right? So like, not to the right of your head or the left of your head. You want the foot to come directly over the top of your head. Chin and shoulder together. So just to put that all together, thumb with the index finger. I know it's hard, thumb with the index finger, okay? Knees together to square off your hips, arm back, stretch out first, traction of the spine, and then charge your body forward as you kick your right leg back and up. Remember, you gotta come down. Abdomen and chest parallel to the floor, but the harder you kick, you can balance forever. Body down more, leg up more, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, slowly kick yourself up to come up. So putting all of that together, keeping in mind the hips square and trying to really actively charge your body forward, I'm going to read the dialogue one more time, and I invite you, sorry, my phone just did something funny. I invite you to try this with me, okay? So I'm gonna read the dialogue, and for my regular 26 and 2 practitioners, try to follow along. Bring your right hand out, palm facing up, elbow touching the body. Say, Mama, give me money. You're holding the money in your hand. Bring your hand out to the right, don't turn your hand, don't drop the money. Grab your right foot from behind you, palm facing up. Hold from the inside at the ankle, 5 fingers together, nice and tight grip, don't lose the grip. Left arm up in front of you, chin close to your shoulder. Concentrate one point on your left knee in the mirror. Left leg locked throughout the posture. Bring your knees together to start. Inhale, breathing. Charge your body forward towards the mirror. Try to touch the mirror. Simultaneously kick your right leg back and up towards the ceiling. Bring your body down from the lower spine until your abdomen and chest are parallel to the floor. Continuously keep kicking your right leg up as hard as possible. Your foot should be coming up over the top of your head in the mirror. Both feet should be in one line from the side. Kick back so your right shoulder is invisible behind your left shoulder, invisible in the front mirror. Stretch your left fingertips towards the mirror, trying to touch the mirror. Try to touch your shoulder to your chin, shoulder blade, scapula coming out of the body. In other words, your 2 shoulders should be in one line. Kicking and stretching should be equal and simultaneous, 50-50. If you lose the balance, you are not kicking hard enough. Body down more, stretch forward more, try to touch the mirror, kick back more, kick harder. The harder you kick, you can balance forever. Body down and kick up one more time. Change, come up. All right, so I went a little bit over 10 minutes. It's 11 minutes now, but I hope that helped. If you have any questions about standing bow pulling pose, back bends, yoga in general, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. The more you do it, the easier the balance it gets. Keep thinking about those meridians, shoulders stretching apart, heels coming one on top of the other, but hips staying pretty even. Have a good day. Hope to see you all soon. Bye.